Today, let's take our drawing we made inspired by Yayoi Kusama, cut it out, and make a background that is also inspired by Yayoi. We're going to explore the color wheel today to create a color scheme based on complementary colors. We're going to practice cutting and gluing like a level 4 artist, taking our time, being careful and mindful about what we're doing. And last but not least, we're going to create a super cool pattern that I like to call broken glass that you'll see a lot in Yayoi's work. So first, I am just carefully going around the outside of my pumpkin drawing with my scissors, opening up my alligator's mouth nice and wide to push the paper inside and going carefully around, turning my paper as I go. Notice my scissors stay in the same place and I don't move my scissors. I just turn my paper as I'm cutting and squeeze and turn all the way around. Now the fun part. Let's think about the color wheel and create a color scheme that is complementary. Complementary colors are opposite each other on the color wheel. So since my pumpkin is green, I'm going to look on the opposite side of the color wheel and find red. If your pumpkin was purple, you'll find yellow on the opposite side. If your pumpkin's blue, you would find orange, and vice versa. So if your pumpkin's red, you would have a green background. Once you have the color that is complementary to your pumpkin, you can do what I did and practice your broken glass on the back. That's up to you. I'll show you how to do that in a second. But first, let's write our name so we know it's ours in our class code. Now, I use some different metallic colored pencils and metallic Sharpies. Here's what a silver Sharpie would look like. That would also look really good. And we're creating these polygonal shapes. I think I'm going to go ahead and use a golden metallic pencil for this, but like I said, go ahead and grab whatever you like. First, let's glue our pumpkin down so we have a base to start with. We're going to use our glue stick today so that we don't have glue oozing out of the side from our glue bottle. Go all the way around the edges, all the way up to the edge, and then a little bit in the middle. Make sure you have a lot around those edges so that it's not peeling up later. Now, decide where it's going to go. I would try to center it a little bit and then press it down with your hands. This is where I want you to practice your craftsmanship. That means taking your time and taking care in your art. I'm going to smooth it out and flip it over to give it a massage. Remember, we always give our artwork a massage to make sure it sticks down and it doesn't move later. Okay, now we're ready for the broken glass pattern. Start by going all the way around the outside of your pumpkin with these triangle shapes. If you're using a metallic colored pencil, you're going to want to press down kind of hard to get a nice thick line. And your triangle shapes around the outside are going to maybe be different sizes. That is fine. That makes it more interesting. Maybe some are tall and skinny. Maybe some are wide and kind of fatter. Maybe some are small, some are big. That is up to you. And you're going to go around the outside, around the stem even, and take your time. Each, just like Yayoi does her polka dots, carefully, mindfully, each one polka dot at a time. Do the same thing with your triangles and your straight lines here. You want to take pride in your art and go slowly and carefully. All right, pause here if you need to catch up with me, but I went ahead and went all the way around. Now I'm going to find the tips of my triangles and make another triangle on top to connect them. So find two that are next to each other and connect with another triangle top, just like this. This will create a interesting rectangle shape, and we're going to keep doing this pattern all throughout our entire background paper. Whenever you run out of space on the side of your paper, just pretend that you're going through the paper. I know it sounds funny, but don't panic when you run out of space. It's going to happen. You just kind of keep going like that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? So you'll just stop at the corner and just keep going. I hope that makes sense. So watch me if you need to. Pause here again if you need some more time. And then once you went all the way around with a second triangle, it's time to, you guessed it, add a third triangle around the outside. So it's already looking pretty cool, but let's go ahead and find two more tips at the top of our triangles, like here where I started, and then connect with another triangle shape, or really like an upside down V shape. And every time you create one of these V shapes, it's creating its own little shape that connects, which and everyone has its own like unique personality, which makes it super super fun. So take your time with this again, and as you go around a third time, you'll notice you might still have space in some areas. Like I still have a little bit of space in my top two corners. So I'm going to keep going until I fill the entire red paper up, or whatever color your paper is. And remember, you just kind of keep going when you run out of space, like there's still paper there, and just kind of pretend like go do a little bit of a ghost drawing through the edge of the paper, and go around your paper to make sure there's no empty spaces. Here we have it. There is my pumpkin with my pattern background. I think I'm finally finished. This was super fun, super relaxing, inspired by Yayoi Kusama. I hope you had so much fun. I'll see you next time. Love, your cozy art teacher.